Good afternoon. So in the previous class we have discussed about characteristic of switches. First we have discussed what is ideal switch, then we have discussed what is practical switch, what is the difference between ideal switch and practical switch, then we have calculated different type of losses in a practical switches, then finally we have seen one gate question which is coming in 2005. Okay, today we'll discuss about power diode. So before discussing about power diode, let us discuss what is signal diode. So what is signal diode is general diode which is generally used in the analog circuit, okay, which is already studied in the analog electronic circuit, the diode which are usually used in the analog electronic circuit of small rating. Okay, so what is diode is having two layer P and one is N. Okay, if I am considering first forward bias condition, let me consider first forward bias condition. What is forward bias condition? What is the symbol of diode? This is a symbol of diode. Okay, this is anode and this is cathode. Okay, so what is forward bias? Suppose this is diode. When anode is more positive with respect to cathode, then it is known as diode is known as forward bias. When anode is more positive with respect to cathode, then it is known as what? It is known as forward bias. Here VA is nothing but voltage across this diode. This is VA, suppose, that is voltage across what? This diode, and this is suppose IA, and this is suppose IA. This IA current is nothing but the current flowing through the diode, and this VA is voltage across the diode. Okay, when I am giving the positive supply, initially the current is 0. Initially the current is 0, but when the voltage is above cut-in voltage or threshold voltage, this voltage is known as cut-in voltage or threshold voltage, and it is around 0.7 for silicon and 0.3 for germanium. Okay, so when the voltage is above cut-in voltage or threshold voltage, the current is gradually increases. Okay, similarly what is reverse bias condition? When suppose this is my diode, what is reverse bias? When the cathode is more positive with respect to anode, then it is known as what? Reverse bias condition. It is known as reverse bias condition. So in the reverse bias condition, a small amount of leakage current is flowing in the range of microampere to milliampere. A small amount of leakage current is flowing, but when I am keep on increasing the negative voltage, negative voltage at some voltage known as reverse breakdown voltage, there is a breakdown of junction, because here one junction is formed, so there is a breakdown of this junction, so that a heavy amount of current is flowing. Okay, a heavy amount of current is flowing. So at this point a high amount of voltage and this high amount of current leads to high power loss in the diode, so maybe damage the diode. So it is ensured that the voltage is not up to VBR, that is reverse breakdown voltage. Clear? Because at reverse breakdown voltage a heavy amount of current will flow. This heavy amount of current and this VBR voltage will leads to high power loss in the diode, and it may leads to damage of this diode. Okay, in generally in the diode manufacturer, will indicate the PIV rating of the diode. What is PIV rating? PIV rating is nothing but peak inverse voltage. Okay, what is PIV rating? PIV means what? PIV means peak inverse voltage. Okay, what is peak inverse voltage? This is the largest reverse voltage to which a diode may be subjected during its working. Okay, so a diode manufacturer will indicate what is the PIV rating of any diode while manufacturing. So by seeing the PIV rating, I can see that what is the maximum reverse voltage I can apply to the diode. Suppose a diode manufacturer will indicate in the diode that is peak inverse voltage is suppose 200 volt. That means the maximum reverse voltage I can apply is 200 volt. Okay, so general I can say is my PIV rating is generally less than my breakdown voltage. This is all about what? Signal diode. We have seen what is forward bias condition, how the current is flowing, and the reverse bias condition, how the leakage current is flowing, and at the reverse breakdown voltage heavy amount of current will flow. Clear? next we'll discuss what is power diode. Okay, if I see the constructional difference, generally in the signal diode I am having two layer P and N, but here I am having three layer. First is P plus, here N plus, and in between I am having N minus region. Plus means heavily dope. Okay, plus sign means heavily dope, minus means it is lightly dope. Okay, so in between two heavily dope P and N region I am having one lightly dope N region. Okay, so what is continuity equation? What is continuity equation? This is, we have already studied in the analog electronic circuit. What is continuity equation is, that is equal to NA into XP equal to ND into XN. Okay, ND into XN, where Na is nothing but number of charge carrier in the P region, and XP is the length in the P region, where Nd is the number of charge carrier in the N region, and Xn is the length of in the N region. Okay, so as in this case in the N region I am decreasing the concentration of N region, decrease the concentration of charge carrier in the N region, so definitely Xn will be increases, so the length of the depletion layer will be increases. So definitely if the length of the depletion layer will be increases, suppose this is my power diode, and here due to the lightly doped N region, the depletion length will be increases. As the depletion length will be increases, the reverse blocking capacity will be increases, because now the depletion length will be more, means definitely it can block more voltage. So previously for signal diode this was my breakdown voltage. So due to this lightly doped region the depletion length will be increases, so I require more voltage to break down. So definitely in this case for the power diode the reverse blocking voltage will be increases. So for the power diode, what is the changes? Here will be the reverse breakdown voltage, because due to this lightly doped region. Similarly in the signal diode, this was my the threshold voltage, which is around 0.7 volt. I have already seen this is my threshold voltage, but in the power diode due to the depletion region the current will be the threshold voltage here around here, the Vt will be around 1 volt. Okay, so here the current will increases. This is the changes between signal diode and the power diode. In the signal diode the cut-in voltage or threshold voltage is around 0.7 for silicon, but in the power diode the cut-in voltage or threshold voltage is around 1 volt, and the reverse blocking voltage also increases as compared to signal diode due to this lightly doped N region. This is due to this lightly doped N region. Okay, so overall what is the difference between signal diode and power diode? First is the constructional difference. Okay, so in the signal diode I am having two layer, one is P and one is N, but in case of power diode I am having three layer. Then region in between two heavily doped P and N region I am having one lightly doped N region. Okay, one is constructional difference. One is due to this lightly doped N region, definitely here the current, here the voltage range is around some volt or millivolt. Here the voltage range is around volt to some kilovolt. Okay, similarly what is the current range here? Here the current range is also some milliampere to ampere I can say, and here the current range is generally high, that is ampere to kiloampere range. Okay, kiloampere range, not volt, it is kiloampere range. Similarly here the I can say power handling capacity, I can say it is milliwatt to some watt range, but here the power handling capacity is some watt to kilowatt range. So overall I can say in the power diode the rating of the device is generally increases. So next we will discuss diode reverse recovery characteristic. We will see what is diode reverse recovery characteristic. Okay, so suppose this is one diode. Here I am applying suppose AC signal. So in the positive half cycle, the diode is conducting, and suppose when the diode is fully conducting, this current is shown by this. Okay, IF, the forward current of the diode is conducting. Okay, when the supply is reverse, the current is start gradually decreasing. Okay, after the forward diode current, this is the forward diode current. So after the forward diode current decay to zero, it is continued to conduct in the reverse direction. Due to the store energy, because when the diode was conducting previously, when the diode was conducting previously, it is having some stored charge in this outer layer and also in the depletion region. So it is conducting in the reverse direction because of the stored charge present in the outer layer and also in the depletion region. Okay, when the total store energy is recovered from this device, I can say it can block the negative voltage, or the voltage blocking capacity of the device will be regained. The reverse current flow up to the time TRR, the diode regains its blocking capacity until the reverse recovery current decays to 0. And why the reverse recovery current flow? Due to this store charge. Okay, so then what is the definition of TRR? Reverse recovery time. So reverse recovery time is defined as the time at which the forward current of the diode reaches to 0 to up to this point. So this point is nothing but 1 by 4 IRR. This point is nothing but 1 by 4, it is not 0, it is 1 by 4 IRR. What is IRR? This is a peak reverse current. IRR, it is 1 by 4, or I can say 25%. 1 by 4 is 0.25, 25% of IRR. So what is the definition of TRR? So reverse recovery time is defined as the time between forward diode current become 0 to the instant reverse recovery current decays to 25% of IRR. 25% of the IRR. Okay, so the total reverse recovery time can be divided into two parts, that is one is TA and one is TB. So I can say total reverse recovery time is equal to what? TA plus TB. Okay, so what is TA? It is a time between 0 crossing of the forward diode current to its peak value of reverse current, that is IRR. Okay, this is known as TA. 0 crossing of forward current to maximum of peak reverse current. Okay, it is known as TA. Okay, in this time period generally the stored charge in the depletion layer is recovered. Okay, in this time period the stored charge in the depletion layer is removed, because if whole of the stored charge is removed from the diode, then only it can block what? Reverse voltage. Okay, so in this time period the stored charge in the depletion layer is recovered. Then what is TB? What is TB? Is the time between peak reverse current to 25% of the peak reverse current. At this point generally the outer two layer is recovered. Outer two layer means the stored charge in the P and N region in this time period it is removed. Okay, so when whole of the stored charge is removed, then only it can block what? Negative voltage or reverse voltage. Okay, here the ratio of TB by TA, generally called softness factor, is called what? Is called softness factor, or I can say also S factor. Okay, TB by TA ratio is known as S factor or softness factor. Okay, if S equal to 1 means if TA equal to TB, then it is known as soft recovery. And if S is less than 1 means I can say my TA is greater than TB, then only if TA is greater than TB, then only S is less than 1, it is known as snappy recovery or fast recovery. It is known as what? Snappy, or is known as fast recovery. It's known as snappy or fast recovery. Okay, so in the time TRR generally the stored charge is recovered or stored charge is removed. When the stored charge is removed, then only it can regain its blocking capacity. It can, in the time TA generally stored charge in the depletion layer is removed. In the time TB the stored charge in the P and N region is removed. Okay, so let us next calculate what is the store charge present here, because at this point only store charge is present, and due to the store charge the current is flowing in the negative direction. So let us calculate what is the store charge present here. Okay, for simplicity I am assuming it is like a triangle only. So for simplicity I am assuming it is like a triangle. So what is, tell me what is the store in a Q? What is this? If I am considering it is triangle, then it is known as half into, what is the height here? IRR and what is the width here? TRR. Okay, tell me what is the slope here? What is the slope here? Di by dt. Slope means what? Di by dt. What is di by dt? Slope means what is the height here? Slope di is IRR. IRR divided by what is the time here? TA. Clear? Di by dt slope. Slope is what? Height is TRR. Height is IRR. Sorry. And what is the time here? TA. So this is di by dt. Okay. Then what is IRR? From this calculate what is IRR? IRR is nothing but di by dt into TA. So put here charge equal to 1 by 2 into, in place of IRR it is di by dt into TA into TRR. Okay, then what is TRR? TRR equal to, we know that TA plus TB. We have seen that TRR equal to TA plus TB. Okay, what is S? You know that S equal to what? Softness factor equal to TB by TA. Then tell me what is TB? TB equal to S into TA. Okay, then what is TRR? TRR equal to TA plus TB. In place of TB just write S TA. Okay, then equal to, taking TA common, it is 1 plus S. Then tell me what is TA here? TA equal to what? TRR. TA equal to TRR by 1 plus S. TA equal to TRR by 1 plus S. Okay, so put the value of TA here. So Q equal to finally 1 by 2 di by dt into TA equal to what? TRR by 1 plus S into TRR. So it is TRR square. Clear? If I am assuming S equal to 0, if I am assuming S equal to 0, S equal to 0 means what? S equal to what? TB by TA. So when it will be 0? If TB equal to 0. If it is fast recovery, I can say. I have already seen when S is less than 1 means it is fast recovery or snappy recovery. If I am assuming my diode is fast recovery or snappy recovery, I can assuming TB equal to 0. If TB equal to 0, then S equal to 0. Then what is charge? Charge equal to 1 by 2, that is di by dt into TRR square. Okay, then what is Q? Q equal to this. Again I am writing here. So Q equal to what? 1 by 2 di by dt into TRR square. Clear? So this is the stored charge. This is stored charge. Okay, see one question, IES 2004. Okay, so let us see this question. A power diode in the forward conduction mode and forward current is now decreases. So diode in the forward condition, so in the diode was in the forward bias condition, now the forward current is decreases. The reverse recovery time of the diode is TR. Reverse recovery time you know, TRR. Here it is represented TR, and the rate of fall of diode current is di by dt. Okay, then di by dt, what is the store charge? Just now I have calculated what is the store charge. What is the store charge? It is directly proportional to TRR square and di by dt. So answer is C. So what is the store charge? Previously you have calculated Q equal to 1 by 2 di by dt TRR square. Then what is the store charge here? Half di by dt TRR square. So next we will discuss what is the classification of diode. So generally we are having general purpose diode, fast recovery diode and Schottky diode. So if I differentiate, first let us differentiate with respect to reverse recovery time. Okay, so here the reverse recovery time in the general purpose diode is generally high, that is around 25 microsecond. Okay, generally around 25 microsecond, and the fast recovery time generally it is again low, that is 5 microsecond, and in the Schottky diode it is in the range of generally nanosecond, the range of nanosecond. Clear? So if the reverse recovery time is more, definitely it require more time to turn off. The next is ampere. Okay, if I am considering the current rating, here the rating is around ampere to kiloampere range, and it is also what, ampere to kiloampere range, but it is less than general purpose diode, means current handling capacity is generally less in case of fast recovery diode as compared to general purpose diode. It is also what I can say, it is ampere to some kiloampere, but it is what less than this general purpose diode, and here the range is around 300 ampere. It is around 300 ampere. Okay, then what is the voltage rating? Here it is in the range of 50 to 50 kV. Okay, kilovolt. Here the range is around 3 kilovolt less, and here it is again less, that is 100 volt. Okay, application, if I see the application, it is used in rectifier. Okay, while discussing the rectifier, we will come to know how general purpose diode will be useful in what rectifier. And here fast recovery time generally used in inverter, or we can say also chopper, we'll see, and it is generally used in SMPS, switch mode power supply, SMPS. Okay, it is in SMPS. So this is basically the classification of diode: general purpose diode, fast recovery diode, and Schottky diode. So here the reverse recovery time is generally high, and it is decreases, again it is decreases. Okay, but the current voltage handling, and even I can say power handling capacity is generally high in case of general purpose diode, and gradually it is decreases to up to Schottky diode. Okay, so we have also seen what is the application of this different type of diode. Okay, so in the today class we have discussed what is signal diode, then we have discussed what is power diode, then we have seen the recovery diode recovery characteristic, then we have calculated what is the stored charge present, then we have classified the diode. So in the next class we will discuss further. Thank you.